Hi guys, let me just start by saying that IMDb has Degrassi High episodes labeled all wrong. It put junior high and high together, so I had to go to what's considered season 5 to get the episodes we're talking about in season 2. But anyway, so let's go. Degrassi High season 2, and my camera's on the last battery when it said it had more battery. So let's see how far we get. So, Bad Blood Part 1. Dwayne receives a frightening phone call from his summer girlfriend. Meanwhile, BLT has trouble breaking up with Michelle. So, there's buying a car, cheating, update is the girlfriend over the summer, update no more LD, and 3 is AIDS. So, Joey streaks so he can get the money, but Mr. Radich is told and Joey gets in trouble. Of course, you should never really streak to get money. There are many other ways to get money to buy a car, like getting a job, but you know. The cheating is ongoing, and Dwayne may have HIV/AIDS. We're not sure. There was one funny part where Simon said, "No way, why would I want to see him naked?" Which, my thoughts exactly, Simon. And they had a PSA with Joey and Caitlin at the end of the episode because it was about a serious issue. And then 2, so Bad Blood Part 2. Dwayne becomes increasingly withdrawn as he awaits the results of his HIV test. Meanwhile, Michelle finds out the real reason BLT broke up with her. So the storylines are continued and they have the PSA again. So Joey and Dwayne fight and Dwayne starts to bleed. He stops the fight. So I really like how Dwayne stopped the fight when he started to bleed and was like, listen, like, and so he told Joey, and I'm glad that he told somebody. BLT breaks up with Michelle and she cries, which obviously that happened. Alexa heard the girls talking and told Michelle, which is a good friend. Thank you, Alexa. And Michelle confronts BLT because she heard that he told the girl that she cried like Niagara Falls, and she was not happy about that. And the doctor tells Dwayne he's HIV positive. And so Dwayne tells Joey he has HIV, and Joey tries to comfort him, but Dwayne yells at him to leave the bathroom. So, you know, loyalties. Caitlin discovers her father is seeing another woman. So, crush on classmate, parents fighting, parent cheating. So, and lying to friend. So, crush on classmate. Snake asks out Michelle, and she says yes. And then she apologizes for what happened on the date where she cried and ran away, which I think it was good that she apologized and let him know that it wasn't her. She's just not ready to date right now. 2 and 3 are unresolved in this episode. And Michelle told off Simon and Alexa for lying. Instead of saying they couldn't hang out with her because they couldn't hang out with her, they lied and went to a concert instead with BLT and Cindy. Episode 4, A Tangled Web. Caitlin becomes increasingly upset about her father's infidelity, but discovers that her mother already knows about it. Alex doesn't know what to do about his crush on Tessa. So fighting with grandparents, crush on classmate, and parent stuff. So Wheels' grandmother kicks Wheels out, and Wheels apologizes to Joey, which I don't know why he apologizes to Joey, but I think it's good that Wheels apologizes, and Wheels' grandmother had every right to kick him out. He was acting totally belligerent. 2, which is crush on classmate. So Tessa and Joey, not talked about for a bit. She has a crush on Joey, but it's never really talked about. Alex and Tessa, they had a lot in common and got along really well. So it's always good to spend time with your crush because who knows, you could have a lot in common with them. Caitlin tells her mom what she saw, but her mom knew. Caitlin stands up to her dad, which I think was good. Caitlin's staying with her brother for right now, which is good that she can have some time to cool off. And Wheels will stay with Joey for a while, and then Wheels blames his grandmother, when really it's his fault for getting kicked out, but whatever. Episode 5, Body Politics. Lucy takes a stand on behalf of the girls' volleyball team. So semi-formal is the update. Friends trying to hang out again, practice times, asked by random student, hang out with friend's ex. So Alexa is persistent with Michelle, and she cancels with Simon so that they can hang out. And I think it was good for Alexa to cancel with Simon because she's always with Simon, to hang out with Michelle and try to restore that friendship. The The girls' volleyball team tried to protest, but it didn't work, and they had a meeting with student council, and they won the better practice times, which I think is good because girls and boys sports should definitely get equal good time of practice. Lucy stands up for her sport, ruining her date, but it doesn't matter because then Bronco asks Lucy, and I think Bronco was much better for her than, was his name Dale, that was his name. Spike got an attitude with Liz, and Patrick confronts Spike, which I don't think it was okay for Spike to get an attitude with Liz, but I'm glad that Liz did ask her before going on the date. And then Patrick said, you may be a mother, but you've got a lot of growing up to do, which is really harsh, but at the same time, he's right. Episode 6, Crossed Wires. Liz begins to have repressed memories of being sexually abused as a child. So, SA, as a child, asked someone on a date how to know when to kiss a girl. So 1, Liz tells Spike, and Spike tells Liz to get help, which I think is good, to always go to your friend and open up. And I think it was good of Spike to be like, look, let's get you some counseling, let's get you some help. Tim tried to kiss Liz, and she freaked out, and Liz apologizes to Tim. I think it was good for Liz to apologize and kind of explain why that freaked her out, why she did that, because Tim thought it was something he did. So she had to explain, no, it's nothing about you, it's just all me. Alex kissed Tessa when Tessa talked to him about not kissing her and wanted to break up with him. So that shocked her, but I think that was a good way to shut her up. Liz insulted Spike, and that was harsh. She says, easy to say when you got pregnant. She said, Spike said a kiss goodnight was no big deal, and Liz is like, easy to say when you got pregnant, which uncalled for. Joey and Dwayne make up, and he fixes Joey's car, which I think was really a nice bonding moment for the two of them. Episode 7, The All-Nighter. Melanie's surprise sleepover promises to hold more than just one surprise when Kathleen finds some marijuana. So drugs, friend, telling secrets high. So Melanie said all of Kathleen's secrets while high. She said, you had an alcoholic mother, you had an ED, and your boyfriend beat you up. Like, what? And so Melanie apologized to Kathleen, and Kathleen said snarkily, so am I. As in, Melanie's like, I'm sorry for telling your secrets, whatever, and Kathleen's like, so am I, for just being her friend. So yeah, safe to say they're not friends anymore, but it's kind of hard to come back from that. But I do commend Caitlin for going out and making sure Kathleen was okay. Episode 8, Home Sweet Home. Wheels wears out his welcome at Joey's house when he steals money from Mrs. Jeremiah. So stealing money from friends' parents, trouble with roommates. Wheels is kicked out because obviously you can't steal money. Snake tells Wheels hard truths, and he can't hide behind his parents' death, which I think it was good for Snake, for finally somebody to be like, look, you can't hide behind the fact that your parents died forever. You need to right your wrongs, whatever. And Michelle studies at her dad's house, and he asked her to move back home. And she was like, no, but they made a contract that has fair rules. So, and I don't know if Wheels ever paid Joey's mom back. I find out later he does, but I didn't know at the time. But yeah, so they make a contract, which I think is good, that they made fair rules for both of them to follow. Episode 9, Extracurricular Activities. Lucy, Heather, and Erica hear the rumor that their favorite band, the Savages, are making a rock video at the school. Good relationship, Savages music video at Degrassi, parents try to fix relationship. So Lucy apologizes and Bronco is mad but stays with her, and I think Bronco was in his right to be mad at Lucy. He told her not to tell anybody. She told people, they snuck in. That put Bronco at risk, so Raditch doesn't trust him anymore. Lucy gets Bronco in trouble by sneaking in. Obviously, never a good idea to sneak in. Caitlin talks to Maya about her parents working it out and wanting her to move back in. And it's good to talk to your friend about it. And her friend was like, well, maybe it's working. Maybe they're going to work it out. Maybe they're going to, but Caitlin doesn't believe it. Episode 10, Showtime Part 1. The whole school's thrown into turmoil when a student commits S at school, especially Caitlin, since the student is her ex-boyfriend, Claude. So, S and talent show is the update. Talent show auditions is the update. So this is a longer special. I will be putting the hotline down below for the US and Canada because this show takes place in Canada. So I'll be putting both down below. I don't know if I did that with Campbell Saunders. I know I put a website, but I'm just going to put the hotline down below for the US and Canada. So Caitlin was talking to Joey, and he helped her basically get over it. He let her explode. Claude tries to give Caitlin a flower, and she says goodbye. So they say goodbye. And he takes out a weapon. I wonder how a dish towel could silence the bang of a gun. I've always wondered that. Snake finds Claude in the stall after. Snake runs and tells Mr. Radich. Teachers tell all students what happened. All classes talk about the incident. A bunch of people explain why S was wrong or how they feel. They leave having a talent show up to a meeting. Caitlin hallucinates seeing and hearing Claude. Wheels gives Joey the money for his mom. Joey talks to Snake to be there for him, and they fool around. Like horseplay, messing around. Caitlin has nightmares about Claude. Flashback to a gift he gave her, which was the earring. Caitlin stops Joey from talking about it. Caitlin asks how Snake is and doesn't wait for the whole answer. Caitlin breaks down to Joey. So Cam and Claude's reasoning were two different reasons. Cam was very depressed and felt a lot of pressure on him, and that's why Cam did it. The pressure, the everything. Claude did it to make a big show. Like, Claude was very trying to get attention for it, and Cam didn't want attention for it. He just felt that bad. Talent show for S prevention, which I think was really good. Joey tells Caitlin Claude did not love her, and he wanted her to feel guilty. He's like, he wanted everybody to feel guilty. He wanted us all to have a memorial for him. Caitlin and Joey talk at the talent show, and Caitlin thanks him with a kiss on the cheek, which I think was really sweet. And a PSA before and after the episode. Obviously, they put up the hotline, which is why I'm going to put the United States and the Canada hotline, because this show takes place in Canada. And then Showtime Part 2, which was added into it, was life begins to go on at Degrassi, but should they go through a talent night? Meanwhile, Caitlin begins to have nightmares about Claude's S. Okay. Episode 11. So Three's a Crowd. Snake invites Spike to the graduation formal, but then Michelle, who he'd really rather go with, invites him. What a guy to do. So, daydreams about crush, update is the formal, and boyfriend wants time with girlfriend. So Spike gets a dress and danced with Emma because Snake said yes, and she's so excited. And Emma's like, Mom, you look like a princess, and it's so cute. So Yik and Tessa kiss when she's still with Alex, which she kissed him, but it's still not good. So Tessa tries to break up with Alex after class, but she can't do it. And Alex and Yik had a mini fight over Tessa. It never broke out physically, and then Yik revealed everything that happened. And yeah. So asking crush to the dance. So Snake agrees to go with Spike. Spike tells Michelle someone already asked him. Spike overhears Snake talking to Michelle, saying he'd rather go with her. Emma gave her a bear hug and said it was okay, and Spike breaks off the dance with a lie. So I think Snake should have definitely gone with Spike over Michelle because she asked him first. But yeah, so I remember Emma giving her a hug and saying it was okay. I remember I was crying when I worked at a daycare and all the kids came up and gave me a group hug saying it was okay, which I think was really sweet. And Tessa breaks up with Alex, and he said they can't be friends, which obviously for some people you can't be friends, but that is really sad at the end of the day. And he gave her a beautiful ring too. Episode 12. One Last Dance. The year's last dance takes on new significance when the news comes out. It's not just the year's last dance, it's Degrassi's last dance. So, election aids at Degrassi reconnecting with X. So Lucy wins the election, which is great, but we don't know if she could be class president at her new school. Dwayne tells his friends he's HIV positive, and everyone knows now. which is really sad because he's not treated the same. Joey asked Caitlin to the dance and she said yes, which I think is really sweet. Degrassi closes down, placed in various different high schools, which nobody's happy about. And Tabby, I finally heard her name. She said to Dwayne after he revealed he had HIV, "It's not funny," and Dwayne's like, "Tell me about it." So Joey talks to Dwayne. They have a budding friendship. Dwayne opened up to him about telling his dad, and Tabby abandons Nick to dance with Dwayne, which I think was really cute that she talked to Joanne, whose mom works with HIV/AIDS patients. And so she explained to Tabby what she kind of can't do, and so then she danced with Dwayne and called him Shorty again. I think it was really cute. Joey and Caitlin. As Caitlin is about to leave, Joey walks in to see her, and Joey and Caitlin kiss, which I think is really cute. I felt so bad for Dwayne when Allison said that her night was ruined by him being there. That didn't affect her at all. And Wheels danced with Spike, which I think is cute. Now, school's out. I don't have a description for this, but we're going to talk about what's in it. Proposal, cheating, graduation is an update, buys a car, drinking, drunk driving, pregnancy, wedding. Let's jump into them. Simon and Alexa are already engaged, which we kind of figured that was going to happen. And Caitlin says yes after her and Joey have S, which, whoo, never do that. Joey cheats on Caitlin with Tessa. Obviously, he's having S with Tessa all summer. Wheels fixes his car in time for the party, which is good. He'd been working on that car all summer. He drinks excessively all summer, which obviously is not good. If your friend is drinking a lot, you should probably look at getting them help. He drives drunk, kills a 2-year-old, and puts Lucy in critical condition in the hospital. So, you know. Tessa gets an abortion. The condoms did not work. Even though they used condoms, it wasn't 100% effective. And, they're only 98% effective. And, and Simon and Alexa get married, which, who saw that coming? Everybody. So, unrelated note, Simon finally stands up to Alexa, which I think is good, because he was like, "Will you let me speak for once?" And I'm like, yes, Simon. Lucy may be blind, may never walk again. Luckily, they made her pull through in The Next Generation, which you can watch season 1, because we already talked about that. Snake has a girlfriend while in college, which even though sometimes it takes people longer to get a first relationship, Wheels is in prison. His trial's in November, and he's going to plead guilty, and he'll be in jail for a while, which I found out is 10 years in jail. They introduce Joey. Snake introduces Joey as an old friend to his new girlfriend, which I think is really sweet. Caitlin asked Joey to dance as old friends, which I also think is really sweet. Lucy can see out of one eye now at the point that the wedding is, which is good. Joey says, "Do you think we would have lasted?" And she's like, "I don't know, we can't go back." Close to the title of the song, which is "Can't Look Back Now" or something. In the end, and Simon's hair for the wedding was awful. But there is a Degrassi mini that I wanted to bring up. If you guys haven't seen it, you can look it up on YouTube. And it's not a mini, it's a deleted scene, which is season 1 when they're having the reunion. Wheels comes and apologizes to Lucy. And I can't, I tried to find so many video converters and I can't find any anymore. So sadly I can't put that video in here. If I do find a video converter, I will put it in here, but if I can't, then I can't. But it's Wheels apologizing to Lucy, and I think if I can't put in this video, you guys should go give it a watch. Just type in Degrassi, Wheels apologizes to Lucy, and you'll see it. But I definitely think it deserves a watch, because it definitely shows that Wheels did understand what he did was wrong. And he's finally taking accountability for probably the biggest thing he's ever done in his life. So, yeah, but I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!